I'm Teresa Woodard with your headlines from North Texas. 3.5 years ago, North Texas met a little girl named Athena Strand through tragedy. Now, we hear from the mother who never stopped fighting for her daughter. In her first interview since Tanner Horner was sentenced to death for killing Athena, Maitland Gandy reflects on justice, loss, and why she believes her daughter's story is still being written. She sat down with Matt Howerton.
Every new chapter in life
I hope you guys will forgive me. I'm also from a small town, but
carries fingerprints from the last one.
I can't replicate the light that she brought into my life. I'm better known as being the mama of Athena Strand.
Maitland Gandy never asked to become a name people across America would learn. But inside this Paradise High School gym, she's trying to build something new from what was left behind. Because around here, the name Athena Strand still lives in the quiet places. Not far from here, the 7-year-old abducted and killed by delivery driver Tanner Horner in 2022. A case that just weeks ago ended with a jury sending Horner to death row.
It feels like I lost her again.
For weeks, Gandy sat just feet from the man who killed her daughter. Her hair dyed pink, Athena's favorite color.
What did that proximity feel like?
You don't get used to it, you just get through it.
And during all those weeks, Gandy sat through testimony that grew darker by the day. But this case didn't ease into trial. It arrived with a jolt. Horner pleading guilty on day one after years of delays.
What was going through your head when the air just changed so quickly?
I was angry. I think it's just goes to show how selfish and narcissistic Tanner is.
For all of those years, the understanding was that Horner accidentally hit Athena with his delivery van, then killed her in a panic.
And it's not just one time that he's trying to kill her. It's over and over and over again.
But prosecutors painted a far different version, that Horner intentionally kidnapped and killed her. Then came the photo that spread across the country. Little Athena, alive inside of his van.
There's no real way to prepare someone, to prepare someone's parent for that kind of evidence.
The hardest evidence of all, audio from Athena's final moments. A painful 1-hour recording that Gandy couldn't listen to.
The one bit of audio that I heard was more than enough.
You texted me that it was hard to hear her calling for you.
She wanted her mommy. That adds another level of pain that I can't describe.
When the jury finally deliberated, it took less than 3 hours to return a death sentence.
I feel happiness in small moments with my youngest daughter. But I don't think blissful happiness will ever find me. Athena left a big hole, and I can't fill that.
Yet even after the trial, Gandy says she still feels responsible for putting some of Athena's light back into the world. She started Athena Strand's Army, a nonprofit helping other families, and on this day in this gym, 2 seniors chosen at random received $1,000 scholarships.
I will never have the honor of a mother to see Athena graduate high school. If I can give a little bit of that light to some graduating seniors, that helps me know that Athena's still here.
And maybe grief works like that. Not as something people outrun, but something they learn to carry until someday it helps carry someone else.
There's so much darkness. I just want to shed a little light for someone.
In Weiss County, I'm Matt Howerton.
A federal judge has delayed the trial of rapper Pooh Shiesty and his co-defendants in a federal kidnapping and robbery case. Court records show the trial, originally set for July, has been moved to February of next year in Dallas. Pooh Shiesty, whose real name is Lontrell Williams Jr., is accused, along with his father, fellow rapper Big 30, and 6 others, in what federal prosecutors describe as an armed takeover involving rapper Gucci Mane. Williams has been in jail since April after a federal judge ruled he was a flight risk. A judge put a stop to a big meeting set for Wednesday where the future of Dallas City Hall could have been decided. Some members of City Council sued the city. A judge granted them a temporary restraining order. Here's WFA's Brittany Costello.
The decision today by Judge Eric Moyer essentially delays the vote on the future of Dallas City Hall. The judge said the city did not provide sufficient notice to the public on items expected to be voted on tomorrow at a special called meeting. For months, city leaders have debated the future of Dallas City Hall, where needed repairs are estimated to cost close to $1 billion. A decision on whether to repair or demolish was expected to come tomorrow in that special called meeting. A meeting Councilman Adam Bazaldua said was rushed and lacked transparency. He filed a lawsuit against the city of Dallas, its city manager, and city secretary, and says he is happy with the judge's decision.
The residents that I was elected to represent expect me to have all of the information needed to take a vote. In addition to that, they expect to be given adequate notice so that they know what it is that I'm even weighing out to take a vote on. And when having an agenda item with such a monumentous decision to be made and dollar amounts be left to zero, it shows the prioritization of transparency through this process.
The city declined to comment on pending litigation. Judge Moyer says the solution is for the city to provide adequate information to the public on items expected to be voted on, including the costs associated with those items. It's unclear when the city will do that. In Dallas, I'm Brittany Costello.
We are taking a look at how thousands of North Texas kids are pushing their bodies to compete at the next level. Jonah Javad shows us a new program giving athletes insight on performance and where injuries could be waiting to happen.
Ready, go. Nice.
We're really bringing the data and the tech and the science to the patients.
At Scottish Rite for Children, they help athletes rehab and recover.
How's it feel?
But thanks to some new technology,
we have 8 different cameras, so they're collecting those different views all at once.
They're trying to prevent injuries from happening in the first place. Dr. Sophia Ullman runs the Movement Science Lab in Frisco, where they use 3D motion capture technology to track the body movements of athletes.
Got the videos saved if you want to watch it again.
Like Ethan Hahn, a college kid who plays ice hockey for Texas A&M.
The tech is allowing us to be able to see movement deficiencies in a very detailed way.
And we have a mound, a pitching mound, that can actually get up to a full MLB distance.
Whether it's hockey or baseball or whatever sport it is, through the skeletal movements, the software is then able to provide scientific data on the athlete's biomechanics.
And that allows us to capture deficiencies that you may not see visually.
But if athletes know about them ahead of time,
a lot of the injuries for hockey players happen at the hips, so we're kind of seeing what are some of those forces that could make that happen.
They can adjust their training to strengthen those weaknesses.
Ready, go.
And help prevent those injuries from occurring.
The more data we get, the more athletes that we have come through our door, the more actionable I think that we'll be able to be.
So if you want to get an athlete assessment done for your teenager, it's simple. You just call up the Movement Science Lab at Scottish Rite, let them know you want to get one done. It is cash pay, but considering how many athletes we have in the North Texas area, they may need to get some more phones. In Frisco, I'm Jonah Javad.
And those are your headlines from North Texas.